4 games of hoops on a Thursday night. The Spurs and the Thunder remain undefeated. Orlando finally gets their second win, and Milwaukee does it without Giannis. We'll get into it all. My name is Shlomo Stark,
My name is Levi Jacob.
and this is the daily basketball recap in 15 minutes or less. Levi, I've made a new rule. Wemby gets an automatic in to game of the day unless there was a buzzer beater. There's no, he is the most entertaining player to watch. When he is on the screen, I cannot look away. I'm always fascinated to see what is going to happen the next play. He is my favorite player to watch now by far, any non-Nick, I would say. And any game he's in, to me, is the game of the day because I get to watch greatness. And the only thing that could beat it is that buzzer beaters are really fun. So,
I think also he has like a little bit of like the NBA champ complex where people are like, I'm gonna go take my best shot at this guy.
yeah, he does that. And Levi, turn the TikTok camera on, the YouTube Shorts camera on. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into this game, we have an announcement. Levi has a new nickname for Victor Wembanyama that he's been hyping up offline. Levi, the Spurs won 107 to 101. Victor Wembanyama led the way with 27 points, 18 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 blocks. 1 steal, 39 minutes, and his new nickname is
La Foucheuse. It means the Grim Reaper in French.
why not just call him the Grim Reaper?
Because it has to be some French something. I want here's my take. I want them to stop saying bad French words on TV, like pronouncing them terribly on TV. And I just feel like if it's all channeled into one bad nickname, we can get rid of it. Like no more wee wee, no more
Like you want
udutois.
like you've had enough of like bonjour, bam.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you're
yeah,
done. Like you're good
yeah.
with
No
that.
more, no more Rudy Callhouse. No,
I hear it. I hear it. Here's the question. Bam actually played well, 31 and 10. Wiggins also played well. I always forget he's on this team. 24 points, 11 of 18 shooting. I'm gonna have a fun conversation with you. If Wemby has, let's say by all accounts, what is considered the greatest season of all time this season, okay? Where he'll get like some sort, let's say he just averages 30, 15, and 10, but 10 being blocks and like 5 assists. Like what people will count as the greatest, and the Spurs win the championship, let's say. Okay? Which is probably what are the odds of that? Like 50 to 1, 100 to 1? Like it's crazy, but not like the craziest thing. It's not as crazy as like the Nets winning. Like, you know, winning a game, by the way. So if that happens where you have the greatest statistical season ever, how far are you from Tim Duncan on the greatest Spurs of all time? And where do you rank? So like there's David Robinson, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. You could argue he's more skilled than any of those players. Like from a pure skill standpoint, you could argue he is already have more than all of them except maybe David Robinson. Tim Duncan is the greatest power forward of all time. So what does Wemby need to do this season to like elevate above, let's say, the Parker? Like if he gets an MVP, he's already above Parker and Ginobili, right? They never got an MVP. Is he above Robinson if they get the title? Robinson had a title in '90s. Like, does one great year give you that or no? Like the
well, I think it's
greatest year ever. The greatest
I
year ever.
I feel like that's like the Kawhi Leonard thing in Toronto a couple years ago, but like obviously Toronto's less storied of a franchise. The difficulty with the Spurs is I think it is longevity, right? Like I don't I don't think I think that Robinson is where that ends for me. Meaning if he has one really good year, I think he's going to have a great year. If he wins the title, I think on like the totem pole of Spurs, I think Robinson is where you can get to this season. I think it takes longevity to like go past that.
Love it. Next, Milwaukee beats Golden State 120 to 110. Two great teams, 4-1 and 4-2. No Giannis, no problem for Ryan Rollins, who is like jumping off everyone's TV this season.
You want to talk about a Jeremy Lin story? That's that's
Yeah,
closer. I feel
I'm
like
saying, well, I think more of like yeah, he's kind of like a breakout star. Like we get one of these every like 2-3 years, of like that guy's actually good. Like it happened with Shea a little bit, in like in some ways, but a little bit less. It's
but I feel like
more of
also Ryan
like,
Rollins, he's been around the league a bunch also. Like, like he's been on like three
yeah,
different teams in
Jeremy
his young career.
Lin. Jeremy Lin's an interesting comparison. The problem with Jeremy Lin that people forget, like I think about the Jeremy Lin thing sometimes because I'm a Knicks fan. It was really 2 weeks. It felt like it felt like 4 months. But Lin's sanity really lasted 2 weeks. Then he got Linjured, and then he got Lin traded, and that was just kind of it. But uh,
Did he get traded or he got signed somewhere else because the Knicks just wouldn't give him money? I thought.
no, no. First he got traded, and then when he got hurt, then he got traded. Then he wouldn't get paid. But yeah, like for a while, like everyone in Madison Square Garden was just Chinese, and like it was just huge. Like there was a giant crowd. It was like literally, if it was like China over there. I'm not joking. I don't know even know why you're laughing. I'm dead. Like there was never been as many Asians as Madison Square Garden as those 2 weeks of Linsanity. Anyway, good. Ryan Rollins. We gotta. I don't know how we're gonna last this long. Ryan Rollins, 32 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists, 13 of 21 shooting, seven, no, eight Milwaukee Bucks in double digits. Really a great win without Giannis against Golden State, who had three players score over 20 in Butler, Curry, and Kuminga. Kuminga is a very interesting of like everyone was out, now everyone's kind of back in, and it's like I thought Steve Kerr doesn't like you, and I don't know. He's just I don't really get what his deal is.
I wonder if someone stepped in and was like, hey, maybe like use him. Like he's an asset that we could like build to then trade. So maybe like I don't know, put him in the
No,
lineup
but
and
they
see what
used him
happens.
in the playoffs. He wasn't good.
Only when people were like injured though. No, he played solid for some of the games in the playoffs. It was just not in the system exactly. But now he's like more in the system. I think that they just like indoctrinated him more into the Warriors method.
Yeah, could
But he,
be.
he still could get. I mean, maybe like also the pitch that they made was like, listen, you get your trade value up, we can trade you. Like right now,
Right.
like we're not taking Malik Monk for
Yeah.
you, so
Their pitch was play the sport well. Ridiculous. Next, Charlotte loses to Orlando 123 to 107. It's nice to see them with a good game. Another three people scored over 20, and De Silva and Carter had 18 and 19. Um, Paolo had a 29 and 9, 8 of 12 shooting, 2-4 from 3, and 2 steals. He's not making the leap I wanted him to make, but this was a good game. I would wanted Paolo to be um like Donovan Mitchell when he was like Donovan Mitchell had like a really good first he had a first good season, but no one talked about him. Everyone was talking about Tatum. But then randomly everyone's like, yo, Donovan Mitchell is like killing it for Utah. Like
well,
really killing it.
I think what came along with that was following through on like first that was his rookie season that he came in when they were having the Tatum thing with him. Number one, number
Yeah,
two
that's what I'm
is
saying. The rookie season, and then years later he just kept playing well, and
so,
each year getting another
but
level
he
until at
also
one point he was
faced.
just an all-star. I felt like this was the Paolo like his arrived year, and I feel like he's kind of here.
No, I think that after last year, like you saw it picked up over the course of time. I think he'll be honestly. I think this season is gonna be good for him. Um, but also even with the Donovan Mitchell thing, he knocked the Thunder out of the playoffs. Like that was like what it was his like defining. Like oh, okay, like he's the real
Hmm.
deal. Paolo has yet to have that, obviously. So
Yeah, yes, we shall see.
I
I was
think
hoping for more this year. Anyway, we'll see.
yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah. Next and last, OKC beats Washington 127 to 108, and is now still the best team in the league at 6-0. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander at 31 points, 7 assists. You know what his stats are for the year?
31.
2 points, 5.7 assists, and 5.7 rebound a game. He's literally a 34, 5 and 5 guy. And if you round up, he's a 34, 6 and 6 guy because it's
I mean,
5.7 each.
and then the shooting splits are also like nuts. He
He's
had like three
really,
back-to-back
really.
threes in this game. Yeah,
This team is not playing like a team that just won the title. They're playing like a team that has something to prove. And AJ Mitchell is just becoming a guy every day.
he's awesome. I'm proud of him.
I'm really happy you are. That was the Daily Basketball Recap in 15 minutes less. I want to thank you, Levy, for co-hosting, for producing, for not saying anything mean about Jalen Green. I want to thank you, Max, for quitting on us and for leaving once again. Also, now that you're gone, everyone can take a look on YouTube. My room is filthy, and I am not cleaning it because Max is not editing and he's not in charge of how I keep my room. Here you go, crowd. Look at how dirty my room is. I want to thank you for teaching in a school and for just empowering the youth and just training a new generation on whatever it is you're training them. And I want to thank you for listening.